All right, Mick, let's see you hit a few. Let's see what we got here. Nice. That was a good strike, though. So you're hitting them. Those are three really good shots. Those were three pretty good shots. One thing I see that might just lead to some inconsistencies is you're shifting your weight quite a bit from kind of swaying, I guess is the right term. So on your backswing, your left foot kind of comes off the ground even, so it's like this. And that was kind of like an old-fashioned swing. It still works today. Bubba Watson uses it and he hits the ball a mile, but he's able to get the weight back on his downswing enough that he's back where he was when he started the swing. So either work on swaying back to the amount you swayed back forward, or forward the way you swayed back, or just trying to being more self-conscious of it, like I was with Deneen, and just try to keep your weight more solid on both feet. Maybe keeping both heels on the ground until after the swing when you get the heel up motion. So just kind of maybe try to keep your weight more evenly distributed through the ball. All right, so a few things that I've seen kind of relate back to the iron swing that I gave you. So the iron tip that I gave you, I guess. So one thing is that you're still kind of moving you're hinging your wrists really early in the swing, which is kind of why you're skying them a little bit, because you're kind of just coming underneath. It's a good iron swing because you're going to take a divot, but you don't want to take a divot with the driver. So just like I told you earlier, you want to drag the club back on the ground as long as possible. Make it a really long swing instead of like an up and down swing, and just keep that tempo good. Keep the rhythm really nice, and just give the grass a skim there with your driver. You don't want to dig in like a divot. But so let's tee one up here. I have a drill for you. Let's try something. So set up to the ball like you're going to hit, and without swinging all the way through, take your backswing. But I want you to drag that ball on the ground as long as possible. Keep the club in contact with the ball for as long as possible, and just stop at the back. Okay, good. So let's not. So that time it was good, but you kind of like went back with it. So let's keep both of our feet on the ground. Make a regular backswing, but let's just try to drag the ball back on the backswing. Perfect. That's much better. So let's just try that. Push the ball back, and let's follow through and finish the swing. Remember to keep it long, not up and down. Very broad swing. So that one went a little bit right, which is still kind of attributed to the hinging of the wrists. So you can still drag the club back, but once you're done dragging it back, you still hinge your wrists back up. So let's just try to kind of keep our wrists more connected to our arms, all kind of like one motion moving, and you can take a practice swing. It's a good idea. Try that out. So drag the club back and keep your wrists from moving. Much better. Let's try that. Much better contact though, right? Cool. So let's just keep those in mind when you're on the range working on your driver.